Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1989's. They both say it's 89, so I'm assuming they're both 89. 1989's Deadly Embrace. Now, this is on a double with Murder Weapon, which I did a separate video of on this YouTube page. This one is for Deadly Embrace. This is directed by David DeCatto. And this stars Linnea Quigley, and we also have Michelle Bauer, as well as some other people you might have seen in some other of David's films, possibly. This is Deadly Embrace. Let's look at this film, folks, because, oh man, what an awesome movie this is. I have some notes written below, so you might see my eyes divert. We're going to enter into Deadly Embrace, which... You have these, this is a direct to video release. It was never released theatrically. So just picture people renting this. This went direct to video stores. I never heard of this film before. I never saw it before. So this was the first time. This is the best it's ever looked and heard and sound. It's, so what a world. And this really has kind of like the late 80s, early 90s dark thriller, disturbing romance, horror, sexploitation mix. And we're in Beverly Hills. We're in a mansion with a pool. And let's get into this film. Let's do it. Well, I will tell you, we got some great style here, folks. Two characters, you can't see their heads. They're just smoking cigarettes and talking in a tense environment. And you also have these amazing shots of cigarette smoke just wafting into the lens and floating in darkness. The smoke lit up. And we have shots through kind of furniture and interior design. It almost reminded me, the one shot in particular almost reminded me of a Franco film, the way, shooting through things. Amazing stylistic neon strobes and dreams, and even the use of video footage off of the old VHS video cameras. If you watch this film, make sure that you watch it in a dark room and as big a screen as possible. And during the neon strobe mind dream sequences in this film, the whole room will strobe in different colors. It's awesome. Look at the menu screen for this actual Blu-ray, and the menu screen actually uses some of those pieces from Deadly Embrace. The music in here, man, what an atmosphere to the music in Deadly Embrace, folks. Holy crap. Synth atmosphere. 80s synth atmosphere, dark, moody, engaging, and constant. I mean, this movie is wrapped, it's clothed in score synth atmosphere. And we also have a couple elements with some romantic vibes to it in a way, but for the most part, it is dark, moody, and engaging, and very late night 80s. In this film, we have a college guy, we have a broken marriage, a broken relationship, obsession, voyeurism, divorce, loneliness, torture, suicide, fantasy, lust, mystery, the job of acting in Hollywood, and wealth. This is a film that is lush and thick with sex, romance, and sickness. I love the lawyer in this film. There's a lawyer character in this film. I love him. I'm just like, I love his conversations. I'm like obsessed with them for some reason. I'm obsessed with the tension in this film. I lost track of time while I was watching it. I'm obsessed with the tension in this movie. There's so much tension. There's so much what is going to happen to these characters. What's going to happen to this person? Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope she doesn't see that. I hope he doesn't see that. I hope they don't hear about that. It's that kind of movie. I realized like halfway into the film, or a little bit maybe more, that there was no quote unquote violence in the movie. But then I realized, and then there is some violence also, but then I realized that the tension in Deadly Embrace was what was violent to me. There is a violent tension in Deadly Embrace. It's unfolding, it's secret, dangerous romantic tension. And this is with Murder Weapon, which is another movie the same year with Linnea Quigley that I have a separate video for. I love Linnea in this film too. So Murder Weapon and Deadly Embrace, two films that I kind of really, I've seen tons of movies with Linnea Quigley, but these two, and probably Don't Go in the Park. I think it's called Don't Play in the Park, Don't Go in the Park. But these two might be my favorite Linnea Quigley films. I don't even know how to, like, I just like fell in love with her, or fell in love with her for the first time. She's amazing. And in this film, she's cute and real and bubbly and young. And there's an authenticity to her acting. I just can't explain. She's a real character here. I mean, she's you can see the emotions in her face. You can see the emotion, you hear the emotions in her voice, her body language. You can, since this is a film with so much tension, I started to get like kind of disturbed by the tension. I started to get like uncomfortable, like, oh, I can't look at this. Like, oh man, I hope that person doesn't get hurt, emotionally, or, very interesting, or physically. Deadly Embrace has such a powerful, unique, artistic way of representing lust and fantasy. Multiple times, multiple characters. Really, really cool. We have masturbation in this film. Of course, this isn't, this would be an R-rated movie, I guess. So, simulated stuff. And some really, really hot sex scenes in here. We have butts, male and female. When's the last time you saw a guy shower scene? When he's, soap's coming off his hairy ass. You got that here. You got lots of breasts and simulated sex positions. Yes. So this is definitely also in the sexploitation realm, in kind of like a, in some regards, now that I think about it, in some regards, Deadly Embrace almost has the kind of movie that it is could really have been in the 70s. Kind of with the sexploitation films of the 70s. Yeah, definitely. Some of which I've looked at on this YouTube page, and I can't think of the one that I'm trying to think of right now, of course, but there's one that I've looked at on this page. Love Scenes. Yes. It's called Love Scenes. Check out that video on this YouTube page as well, because it almost feels like it could be in that same world in many regards. Love Scenes. Wow. This is an awesome movie. Sexy, twists and turns, and man, it's a movie about relationships. Here it is, folks. Deadly Embrace, 1989. Thank you so much for watching the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page, where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more, like Deadly Embrace. Please feel free to check out my own personal films at youtube.com/poopy diarrhea. That's POOPY diarrhea. Please feel free to subscribe there. I have a ton of movies up already, and there are always new ones that I'm making since 2005. Thank you so much, and good night.